And we're back. And if it's on wheels, it's on ZigWheels. And that is the Gravitas. Looks a little familiar? Well, yes, of course it should look a little familiar, though the rear may not look as familiar. This is the Harrier with 3 rows of seating. So I'll show you the front so you believe me, because I know the rear doesn't look quite as similar, but that's the front. So yes, as you can see, very familiar to the Harrier. Some few small detail changes. So the grille is a different finish. There's a slightly different design to the grille at the lower below there as well. Still the same split headlight setup, so the headlights are low down, and on top you have a dual DRLs and indicators. On the side again, 18-inch alloys, but with a slightly different design from the new one on the Harrier. And let me take you around the side. Hello. Are you ready? Another thing that has changed. Another thing that has changed is the mirrors. They are now smaller. Earlier, one of the complaints we did have was the blind spot that they used to cause. Now that is been reduced quite considerably. Then moving to the rear, and yes, this would be a good angle to see how the third row of seating has been integrated. As you can see, there's a slight bump in that roof, and only when you look through the roof rail can you see that bump. So those roof rails do a really nice job of keeping the line of the Harrier straight. But yes, the roof has gotten a bump up there to accommodate the third row and free up a little bit of more headroom for that third row. So we'll have a look in there shortly. First, let's just have a look at the boot. Oh, this is a nice. And this is the rear of the Gravitas. That's the rear tail light design. And just give me a second, I'm going to show you what it's like in the boot. That's the boot. Yeah. So that's the third row. 3 rows of seating. We will have a detailed review coming out sooner. Right now I need to move away from here, and we'll step into the second row and have a look see at what it looks like from there. So yes, that's the second row, captain seats here, and that is the third row. There's one seat folded down. That'll give you somewhat of a indication of how large the boot space is. It's not very much with all 3 rows up. We will have a more detailed video coming out shortly of the Gravitas. So if you do have any more questions, please do let us know in the comments below. We'll have all of them answered. And I'll just get you a look at the front. That is the front, and as you can see, this is also going to be available with the 6-speed automatic transmission. I'll try and get you a good view of the profile. Well, it is a really large car. Like I said, any questions that you do have, please ask them in the comments and we'll answer them below. Some other few details about the Gravitas. Still has the same 2-liter diesel engine. That is going to be in a high state of tune, so 170 PS. Now, of course, subscribe and press the bell icon so you are notified whenever we have new content coming out. We will be having a more detailed video of the Gravitas coming in later. So again, ask questions in the comments below, and we'll try and answer them in that detailed video. We'll also be able to slip into the rear seat and show you what it's like in terms of space, knee room, headroom, and any of the features and feature comforts that are in there.
Thank you.
We did have a lustometer for the for the Harrier. That was the rear end with the Gravitas. I'm going to have to say that the lustometer is going to be at the front, and well, it's really nice. Reasoning being that the rear is nicely integrated. It doesn't look like it's been added on as an afterthought. It has been. It does gel with the design, but the rear is now not quite as striking as the one on the Harrier. So that's the Gravitas. Again, questions in the comments. We'll answer all of them. And thank you. See you later.